Hello there everyone. Just doing a quick tutorial on how to get a surface style to change the pen color for you in OneNote. I've been complaining to Microsoft for well over a year that this feature doesn't exist, and through many attempts of, through failure trying to use their API and other things, I landed on this solution, which was using AutoHotkey. AutoHotkey is just a scripting language that allows you to do macros on Windows, so it automates either key clicks or mouse clicks, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and assume for this that you have already installed AutoHotkey. I will link in the description to their website where you can download that. Without any further ado, I'm going to jump over to the script itself and just explain a little bit what it's doing. On the screen, you have that's the first line of the code here. Starting X is where the X position on the screen it's going to start. Delta X is how far it needs to move left and right when you scroll. Number of pens, if we flip over to OneNote here, how many pens you want this to scroll through before it rotates back through. Max X defines essentially how far you will go to the right before you're going to flip back through, and we'll start off at our starting X when the script starts running. Right here we're defining two functions based on hotkeys. So this is Control Alt and left square bracket. When you click that, you could do the same shortcut, but you'll see later Windows allows you to map your Surface inputs to a keystroke. So we're mapping left scrolling on our dial as Alt Control left square bracket and right as Control Alt right square bracket. So it will call these two functions, which do what you would expect. They move the cursor to the right. To the left for left scroll. And if you're below that starting value, you'll flip back around to the right. Else, click in the spot. If there's any errors, it'll let you know. Same thing on the right. Go to the right by Delta X. If you're above that Delta X, go back to the start and then click. So I will go ahead and show you how you set up a wheel extension, wheel setting. So here, if you need to get to it, you can type wheel and it'll take you to wheel settings in the settings app. So you go into here, you can add an app, and you can do these for globally as well, but for this it only really makes sense to have it work for OneNote. So you go in there, you add that tool. I call it change pen name. Good to name it because you can pen color, because you can have multiple of these. So we'll use that shortcut that we were discussing from the script, what it's expecting. So when you go right, it'll use Control Alt right square bracket. And this is Control Alt left square bracket. And then I set the click, so when you're pressing down on the wheel, to none. Because I don't need that. You could map it to something else if you wanted to get creative. I haven't come up with anything that I would find useful, but if you understand the tutorial, you can make this into whatever you want. So we're good there. We can now jump back to here. So we've got this script wherever it is on your computer. I'm just going to reveal an Explorer, so I've got it stored here. If you right click it, you can press Run Script. It's now running. I'm opening up my Windows tab bar. You can't see it in the, you can't see it. But down in the bottom right where you have that little arrow, we can bring up all the things that are running. I accidentally have two of these running. I don't know what that would do, but I don't want to have it. So I've got one running here. So I will jump over to OneNote, and now doesn't have to, it can be anywhere. I'll draw a little something. So in my workflow, I'm always writing, taking notes. I spend probably 5 hours a day in OneNote. So I'm constantly, the pen's in my hand, so I can be doing that, but just as soon as I want to change the pen color, I have to get out of the workflow. So we got that tool now. And as you see, it will, as I'm turning right, it will go around and around. Left, I'll go left. Prove that it is working. Got pink there. Now we got orange, highlighter, green highlighter, back to white small, white big, blue, green, red. You get the picture. So that's basically it. The last thing that is nice is that you can also run these on startup. So if you take your script here, your AHK file, I should have mentioned that at the beginning, you have to save these scripts as a .ahk file. I call mine Scroll Through Pens OneNote, just in case I have many of these. And I have a link to my GitHub where I'll share this script so you can just grab it, download it, and run it on your machine. You can go to just type startup in the Explorer, and it'll bring you to here. And if anything that's in this folder will run at startup. So if you have any other questions, it's not working for you, leave a comment in the YouTube video comment section, and I will maybe get back to you. This is my first as you can tell, screen share / video tutorial. So this has just pissed me off long enough that now that I finally have a solution for it, I want others to have it as well. So good luck, happy OneNoting, and yeah, have a good one.